We're in the city of fishes.
I hope this is worth it.
Hmm.
Be done. Be done.
Yeah, the priestess will have the orc we came here to get. He's not taking any damage from our magical attack. He has to have it. It does create a little bit of a problem.
Hold still.
Means we have to use regular weaponry to take her down. Yeah, this isn't good. We aren't going to be able to take the blade barrier all that well. Okay, and more princess, lovely. And the blade barrier goes, we'll be able to take her.
Time is up for you, my friend.
Take her down. With that, big part of why we came here in the first place is achieved. Cloak mirroring. Deflects all spell damage. This includes offensive spells like Magic Missile, but not disabling one spells like Hold Curse. So, very good indeed. I think I'll gladly sacrifice one armor class point for that.
Let's see what's inside this one. Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Scream. Scream for mercy. Hold still. Scream. Scream for mercy.
Doesn't look like there's anything particularly
Got your nose.
anything else particularly interesting here. Yeah, is the combat still going on? Who the hell is fighting you? And more rebels. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. Yeah, two casters. Don't think I want to mess with them. Let them waste their points on each other first. Ooh, trying to pick a fight with me. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Lacedon, I have no idea what that is. Well, naturally it's a Lacedon. I'd like to get out of this fight fairly quickly. It's been going on for a long time. Thank you. There's a good chance it could have failed at some point and we could have died and have to redo things. Okay, abandoned section of the city. Filled with traps. Definitely
Give me
stressed
some direction.
now.
It's done.
Shit. 59 points of
waiting.
damage. Ooh.
I'm there.
Yeah, we'll rest. What we're basically missing is spell defenses. We can counter those at least to some extent. We have yeah, this mirror image is actually quite good because even though special abilities can sometimes hit the mirror images, protection from normal weapons can also protect us to some extent at least. And then the spell deflection. So we should have a fairly decent protection against all these special nasty things. We're here to get a shark tooth. Ooh. Bone golem. Play an imp game in order to gain access to this chest. Why not?
I can offer some guidance, but I will not interfere in your destiny.
Hello there.
Each one will have an item for me.
Hey,
Need to place the correct item. Okay, these are actually heavily
you have my
trapped.
attention.
Correct item into the box behind them. This is Drist. Drist will have scimitars. Kirgeron, no idea who he is. He'll have the helmet though. Like I can understand why everyone else needs their items. Not him though. It's boots of etherealness. Make us ethereal for 30 seconds, once per day. Immune to normal weapons. Not exactly all useful. Clear protection +2. Worthless. Okay, just give me the tooth. Trying to ask questions to open up dialogue options so he would give us permission to take the tooth. No, I don't think so. We're basically dumb as shit. Or like wisdom rather. So we can't see the connections. Your intellect potion. Not exactly useful. But this. For 6 hours, our wisdom will turn to 18. I didn't exactly take this potion for this in mind, but it should work. Yeah. Excellent. Don't particularly want to fight when we get out of here. Do I want to kill these? No, I don't, but we're getting very close to getting that all-important level up. So I'm at least tempted. Still ineffective. Yeah, golems should really be mostly just harmed through physical means. Magic doesn't really do shit. I think we're better off using a blunt weapon. Yep. And our first high level ability. This will determine quite a bit where we're going to move our character. In what direction. Additional weapon proficiency, 4th level spell, is that it? Okay, what proficiency we're taking? Yeah, I'm not sure if the two-handed weapon style is worth it. Yeah, we would be a little bit faster with the weapon. +1 to damage, -2 bonus to speed. The second one would give us a critical hit on a better score. And increase the speed a little bit. The thing is though, we're not exactly relying on those critical hits to do anything with these weapons, but they wouldn't hurt. On the other hand, we could take more proficiencies just to be able to use anything we want at any moment. I think we'll be better served by just widening our selection of weaponry. Katana, I would have it to use this, definitely. I think I'll take Warhammer. It's a very good Warhammer, it will give +25 strength. It can be used for us to open up doors if nothing else, and it's another blunt weapon. So it'll work very well against certain targets. Alternatively, Flail of Ages is a very good weapon. Spears are very good. I think I'll take Spears actually. No, I'll take the Warhammer because or Quarterstaff. I think the Warhammer that I'm thinking of might have Confair. That's what it is. Might have the ability to slay certain type of golems. That could probably be very useful. At the same time, I think there's also a Quarterstaff that can do it. And if my memory is correct, it's not all that great because it's very hard for even golems to fail the saving throw. Maybe a spear. I can't think of great spears now though. I mean, there aren't any. I'll take spear. Although, nah, blah, 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 blah. I'll take spear. Oh, our selection of high-level abilities is pathetic. It's basically rogue, but suckier. Okay, what do we have? Magic flute. Ability creates a magic flute made of pure magical energy. When played, the flute can be used to cast the following spells: Resist Fear, Glove of Invulnerability, Delayed Blast Fireball. The spell-like abilities on the flute are used in the same way that one powers are. So it's how does this work? This isn't particularly good. There are problems. Pop-up invulnerability doesn't really protect against anything dangerous. Delayed blast fireball, while good, it's fire damage, and most things will be immune to it. There's also a very high magic resistance, so while this isn't terrible by any means, it's not going to help us when we really need the high level abilities. We're gonna take to use any item anyway, but I still want to look at these. Avoid death. During the effect lasts for 5 rounds. During this time, the rogue's save versus death receives a bonus of 5. Hit points are increased by 20. The rogue becomes immune to death magic for the duration of the ability. It's not good. Yeah, the immunity to death magic is fine, but what you really need is more killing ability. And we're desperately lacking it. Alchemy. Rogue can create. Yeah, they're talking about a rogue. We're basically a rogue with, I think, 2 special abilities. No magic abilities, no warrior abilities. Rogue can create one of the 8 types of potions. So, potion of master thievery, useless. Potion of perception, not really useful. Extra healing, useful. Superior healing, useful, but not worth taking a high level ability over. Regeneration, antidote, auto speed, frost giant strength. Only usable by thieves or bards. Okay. So it's not terrible, but again, I wouldn't waste a high level ability on it, because these abilities are going to determine whether we can finish this game or not. Scribe Scrolls can create a random magic missile, haste, fireball, dispel magic, dire charm, invisibility, cone of gold, summon monster 2 or 3. These would have been great spells in Baldur's Gate 1. That's enough said about that. What is this? Enhanced Bard Song. This is a powerful aid to both the bard and his allies. The song gives the bard himself a 10-point bonus to his armor class, holy shit, and 10% magic resistance bonus to the power of the song. The song also gives his allies +4 to hit, +4 to damage, +4 to armor class, immunity to fear, stun, confusion, +5 magic resistance, and immunity to normal weapons. This ability replaces the current bard song. Okay, but yeah, this isn't useful. It would be very good if we had a party, but since we don't, it's not. It would help us survive, but what the hell is that gonna do? We need to kill things. Evasion. The rogue's natural sense of preservation becomes heightened with the use of evasion ability. Evasion gives bonus 4 to armor class, 2 to all saving throws. That's not useful at all. Greater evasion. Armor class increased by 6, adds 3 to all saving throws. Greater evasion allows the rogue to move so quickly that his movement rate is increased by 2, and normal missiles have no chance of striking him. It lasts for, yeah, these aren't useful. Problem with these is, so I can delay the incoming death for a while. What the fuck is that gonna do? I need to kill everything on my own. I can't rely on anyone else. Surviving is nice. It's very useful. But without the killing ability, it's worthless. So, basically we have 3 useful things. Traps, traps, and traps. So we're going to be a variation of a rogue that cannot backstab, cannot hide, which are the best abilities ever, but we can cast a few spells. And we can set up these special traps. Let's be real. Set time trap. This is not useful. The duration is too low. It's 10 seconds. 2. The big bosses in Thornball are not affected by time stop. You, on the other hand, can be. So basically, time stop abilities are suicide abilities in the later fights of Throne and Ball. So we have two abilities we can switch between. However, Exploding Trap ability allows the rogue to set a powerful trap that unleashes a fireball, which causes 10d6 damage, sabers spells for half, and will knock its victim off their feet. What an amazing ability! Except everything worth anything is pretty much immune to either magic or fire, so 2 out of the 3 are worthless. Spike Trap. This ability allows the rogue to set a powerful spring-loaded spike trap that does 20d6 damage, so double fire trap, to unsuspecting creatures, which is not really blockable by anything because it's physical damage. So potentially 120 points of damage from a single spike trap. Physical damage. So this is very easy to predict. Use any items and as many spike traps as we can get. That's it. That is it. There's a in-game build limit how many spike traps you can lay, and I haven't removed it. The limit doesn't make much sense. So I guess it's a game balancing. Either way, it won't make a difference because I think the limit is high enough. We can really shit on someone with those traps. 2. If we have to do multiple phase fights, where it's more important that we have enough traps to repeat the process rather than just lay everything on a single target. So yeah, this is our progress. Use all items and then a shit ton of such spike traps. And that's it. That is it. Nothing else really makes sense. Avoid death sort of makes sense in a certain situation, but we also have quite a few spell protection scrolls. We have spell absorption abilities, so we can get around that. 2. It only lasts for 5 rounds, so it's not a solution. Spike traps is not really a solution either, but that's a lot of damage. So if we get to prepare the battlefield or lure the enemy into our spike traps, that's a huge ton of damage we can drop on anyone. Absolutely massive amount of damage, and I think it's an area of effect. So yeah. We will become a trapper later on. Huh. Use any items. Rogues take pride in their ability to adapt and make clever use of whatever is at hand. Sounds like a bard. This ability is an extension of that basic skill. Once learned, the effect is permanent. The ability allows the rogue to use any item, even items that are typically restricted to one class. This allows the rogue to use everything from wands and scrolls to mighty weapons that none but a fighter could otherwise use. So, yes. Nothing is forbidden to us anymore. Does it work on potions too? Because that would open up a lot of cool things for us. Huh. Either way, it is very good. Very good for us. Use any item, we still need the halberd part, and that's it. Doesn't make much sense to use the quick travel system anymore. bastard moves so fast hasted that won't make a difference.
Hold still.
We rest. Probably should. There's a lot of fighting against weak Sahuagin here, so I want to skip that. And they're in inconvenient places, that's more of a problem. Take me to your prince. We're gonna murderize the prince.
So it seems the surface creatures we have heard
Yeah, I can't
so
hear what you're
much
saying.
about have finally come to see us.
Are we invisible? Yes. It's the best way to kill the bastard. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is what we needed. Wave Blade. That's the bastard's heart. It's a spell protection. What is this? +3 spear impaler. Damage 1d6 +3 +10 extra piercing damage. That is might be better than no magic weapon use. That might be better than this. Yeah, has more basic damage, but the +10 extra piercing is fantastic. We'll see how well it works in practice.
Hold still.
Anyone else? Let's switch the weapon around. See what this can do. Yeah, 30 points of damage. 23. Excellent.
Time is up for you, my friend.
It is an okay two-handed weapon plus the extra 10 damage with each hit. That shit stacks quickly.
Let's do this quick and painful. Jack, hold still. Jack.
There is one thing about the bard that I really like. It's the high level we're getting. Because it's a multiplier in the duration of all spells. So yeah, an extra round per level. So 24 extra rounds. That's a simple haste will last a very long time when cast by us. So very happy about that. So this isn't totally worthless. It's just it's by no means an amazing class to play. I'm very disappointed in the high level abilities. It's basically like they gave us a single ability if you play as a bard, and that's the improved song. And that's only useful if you have a major group. Otherwise, you're basically a thief. Oh, you can make the magical flutes. Create a wand on command.
Hold still.
I was a bit worried about the description though. It doesn't say that you can create it daily. It's pretty much, although that's what I assume it does. It could, maybe it just creates a wand for you. But that would be a terrible ability to have. Seeing it, so I'm assuming you could create it every day. And then it would have its uses. I still wouldn't take it. It's the fire damage. It's because your opponents, for a large part, are either things that are extremely resistant to all magic or are pretty much immune to fire. So yeah, your best attack ability is fire attack. It just
Hold still.
it just won't work. There are some creatures that you might be able to use it against, but it's a real bad use for a high level ability. We need shit that works. And I think our maximum level is something like 40. We're gonna get a lot of traps, a lot of spike traps. And we're gonna be starting to rely on them as soon as we can. There's gonna be, I feel, probably some kind of a sweet spot or a I would say a honeymoon period where we can enjoy the high level abilities and the enemies are not really equipped to deal with those, but that'll pass very quickly. It probably does mean though that we won't have major issues finishing Baldur's Gate 2, because at that time we should have several levels with high level abilities. So basically we can probably deal with the harder fights in Baldur's Gate 2 by just using the traps one way or another.
Potentis. Insurgents. Culture. Imperium.
Sea Zombie Lord. Got a thing. Apparently it's a thing. Let's report our success. So, very good loot from this place. And pretty much we know what our future is like at this point. I can't say I'm too happy about it. I was expecting something. At least some access to high-level abilities from the other groups, if nothing else. Mages, for example, or I think all spells have bonus spell slots. But apparently even that was too much to ask.
You are wondrously strange. Well then, here you go, my fortunate favored.
The magic rope needed to move forward. Gauntlets of Crushing, +4 to attack, +4 to damage. This is basically the perfect monk gloves right there. Only affects unarmed, I think. I'm unsure about that though. Take Taco is 2. 3. Yeah, it just went worse. Attacking. I just wanted to make it sure it actually does what it says. That's not always the case. Rod of Lordly Might. It can change into other weapons. Mace +2. That causes fear. Flaming Longsword +1. That causes targets to be held for 5 rounds. But it's a huge bonus, +5 bonus to saving throw. It'll never work. Spear. No saving throw or take 2d4 bonus points of magical damage. That could have its uses. Because magical damage, I don't think anything resists it. But again, +6 bonus to saving throw means it'll never really work. By the way, we're done here. We get to go to the Underdark. Probably should rest. Underdark's not a place where you want to go without making proper preparations. Might as well enter it invisible. That way we don't have to worry about even if we land into an unsafe place. We can deal with it.
Things go well on the surface. The temple of their false god has been defiled.
I am pleased. My revenge will soon come.
We did not act for your benefit, Irenicus, though you did offer some interesting opportunities.
Yes, Matron Mother. Excuse my careless words.
Our first prisoners arrive, Matron Mother.
These two rank high among the surface scum, Matron. What is to be their fate?
Their presence sickens me. Kill them.
Perhaps it would be better to interrogate them first.
Journalist, what are you doing with these monsters? You are on a...
An odd way to question, Irenicus. Did you not like his tone?
I reconsidered, Matron. Your command was the wiser.
The great depths of the Underdark stretch before you, and as you adjust to the dim light, the reality of where you are begins to sink in. It is a realm of countless legends, where evil lurks behind each shadow. And though you have traveled far in pursuit of Irenicus, never have you felt so isolated. As black as your situation may have seemed, it somehow grows darker still.
Surprisingly well lit for Underdark. This is supposed to be mostly complete darkness. I guess they don't really want the player to struggle with that. The thing is, it might be a good idea that the vision issue is somehow dealt with. Certain classes, or rather races, should have some kind of heat vision. We are not one of them. Still, it's not a big deal. It's more of if you would like to build a very sort of isolated and sort of a certain type of environment, you could have added those. But in a game that's played from top down, basically, it won't matter that much. It would be more of a thing if you would have to make a first-person version of this type of game, or third-person, to build the actual atmosphere. Here, it's not that important. We have... What goals do we have here? It's a decent place to get some few items of some interest. A component for the compare Warhammer. And it's a place for a couple of interesting adventures, I suppose. The Mind Flayer City and the Drow City being the more interesting ones. Yes. Yes. Oh.